during the camp, a lot of the other guys either like got hurt or quit, didn't finish the camp.
This is Jonathan Agger of Fifth Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Steve Geffrard, former light heavyweight world title challenger out there in Miami. Steve, you just come back from Korea, back in Miami. How's things going?
Everything's going well. Just enjoying the day here in Miami. A little jet lag. Just I just had a meeting with somebody, and yeah, just cruising around. About to go back to my city.
So, Steve, obviously, big stuff going on in the light heavyweight division. What do you make of the scene at the moment?
I think there's some exciting fights. I think with um the Saudi Arabia getting involved, they can make a lot of these fights happen. I think without them, we wouldn't be seeing Beterbiev versus Bivol. That would have been one of those great fights that never happened, like Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. But luckily, this we get this fight next week. Damn, it's creeping up. I was planning on going out there. I probably still will. But
Yeah, excited.
yeah, so it's next week. I did see that was the underdog. I think he was like plus 100, like plus one something, 125.
What do you
So,
think?
huh? But what
What
do
do
I
you
think?
think?
I
Yeah,
think, I mean, unless Beterbiev turns old overnight, I think he wins by stoppage, like late rounds. But I think Bivol is dangerous. It's a pretty 50-50 fight, but I give Bivol this. I mean, I give Beterbiev the edge. Like I think his punching power is just it's just amazing, and he's got good ring IQ. Um, it's gonna be hard for anybody to take that for 12 rounds. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, everyone I've spoke to that sparred Beterbiev is picking Beterbiev by stoppage, and they say that they've never been in with someone like him. Do you agree? Like he's like the best guy you've ever been in with.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. Like I've sparred Sergey Kovalev. I've helped him prepare for like 3, 4 camps, and I was like, okay, he might be the hardest puncher that I've ever faced. Like Kovalev's jabs are like crazy, and then when they hit me up to spar Beterbiev, which was some years ago, and I was already kind of like inactive, but I was like, oh fuck it, I gotta go see like what this is all about. But yeah, man, no, he's a real deal. Like it was tough. Like and then the other like during the camp, a lot of the other guys either like got hurt or quit, didn't finish the camp, didn't make it to the camp, and then like the last 2 weeks or so, like I was just there by myself. But yeah, it was tough, tough work. And yeah, it's gonna be hard for somebody to take that for 12 rounds. I know one guy came close, but he ended up getting stopped in the 12th. But I don't even know if he's the same. We seen the nail who just fought David Benavidez. He was winning, maybe a round or two winning up on the scorecards, and then got stopped in the eighth, I think. But I don't think he was the same. I mean, he took 4 years off.
Mm.
Took four
So,
years off
mhm.
before coming back and fighting again, which is an insane amount of time. So yeah, man, it's crazy.
So
Beterbiev, I think unless Beterbiev just turns old overnight, because he is 39 and he has been having injuries. He just had a knee injury, so that could play an effect. But Bivol is also dangerous. Bivol, even though he doesn't show it too crazy, he's also a puncher as well. I think he kind of fights down to his level of competition, but I expect him to bring his A game. I think he's a hard puncher as well. I know some people that have told me he punches hard as hell. I know some people that know him from the amateurs as well. I've been in the ring with him, and I could see it. I could see it. I've watched him fight. He's smart, calculated killer. So this is like these two style matchups. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a great fight. I can't wait. This is my favorite fight in boxing right now.
yeah, I mean, I spoke to Lionel Thompson, Lonnie B, who you probably know,
Yeah,
trained at Vegas, and he described it as sparring Beterbiev like going when he was in a car crash. I mean, is it that dangerous being in the ring with him?
yeah. I mean, you just got to be on your P's and Q's, man, because he like, there's different levels of power. Like, there's, people that have one punch knockout power, and then there's people that kind of like wear you down. Like for example, Adonis Stevenson, he had one punch knockout power. Like one punch, boom,
Mm.
and fucking you're out. And then you had Sergey Kovalev, who was a devastating puncher as well, but it was never like a one punch. He kind of breaks you down. His punches kind of lingers on you, and it's the same with Beterbiev. Like his punches kind of like linger on you, and he kind of breaks you down. But it's weird. It's like something you've never felt before. It's different because I've sparred tons of people. I've had over 150 amateur fights. I've fought people all over the world. I'm 21-3 as a pro, so I've been in the ring with a lot of people. But his power is just absolutely different, you know. And like I said, unless I expect both fighters to bring their A game, unless he's physically impaired, then okay, I think he could possibly lose. But it is a 50-50 fight. I'm going with Beterbiev though. Beterbiev
Mm.
by stoppage. I find him. I'm sure he'll be trailing on the cards, but then eventually he will get the job done.
And if Beterbiev does win next Saturday, who do you think people are going to be talking about like his next fight? Because obviously this Bivol fight is the one everyone's been talking about for years. But if he does knock out Bivol, then like who do you reckon's the next fight? Is it like Canelo or Pataya or something like that?
You said Beterbiev.
Yeah.
I read that he was going to move up to cruiserweight, but I don't see who else he would fight at light heavyweight.
Mm.
Oh, David Benavidez.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
I
Who?
mean, I don't think that's the best fight for David. I think David should just I think these two guys here, he should let these two guys get their fight out of the way. Maybe they'll retire. I don't know. I think he should still like get comfortable at the weight. That's like a big jump. I see his power hasn't yet translated to the light heavyweight division, but I'm not saying that it won't. It might just take a fight or two. I'm not sure. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's a big jump to go and fight Bitterbeeve or Bivol. I think both of those styles and their styles make really exciting fights. But I don't know. But David's tough. David's a tough. He's David Benavidez is really tough. It's a shame we didn't get to see him fight Canelo. But yeah, besides that, Beterbiev he should go to. I mean, if he says he's gonna go to cruiserweight, may possibly fight that Australian. That's what the Saudis want him to do. The
Oh
left.
yeah.
That might be a bad fight for him, possibly, just because he's bigger. He might be able to take the shot, but I'm not sure. We'll
Mm.
see.
And then, in terms of yourself, are you looking to get back in the mix? What's the latest with yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually gonna be heading to the gym here shortly. I just left Miami, just ease back into it. But hopefully I'll probably end up fighting realistically like early next year. So I'll probably just get a good enough fight, and then I'm sure I'll get a call for uh another fight after. Like since the Joe Smith fight, which I took on a week's notice, I just try to stay ready or close to ready like year round now because I never get they never call me with a full camp of uh training and stuff like that. It's always like a week,
Mm.
2 weeks. Like I remember somebody called me to fight Colin Smith a while back, and then yeah, then I was already in dog shape. And they said they were gonna take an easier route because he has a mandatory with Beterbiev, which is smart, for any fighter, no matter who they are. I think if you have a world title fight coming up, a unification, you probably shouldn't fight anyone, because anything could happen. You can get cuts or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I think I just yeah, I just don't really get those full camp type of situations, which is okay with me. I enjoy the workout, so I just gotta stay ready and wait for the call to ring. I mean, wait for the phone to ring, which happens pretty often. So I'll get like a little fight on the local show and then go from there.
I mean, there's so many light heavyweights out there for you to fight, for everyone to fight, especially in the UK. There's a lot of guys. Anyone you've got your eyes on? Anyone you'd be like, yeah, I'll have him, or would you come to the UK and fight anyone over here?
Yeah, I would fight. I'd fight anyone, honestly, if the opportunity's right and presents itself. Absolutely, like I would definitely fight. Like you're right. There is tons of fights to be made. In the
Just
light heavyweight division.
yeah.
I'm sure.
Sorry.
I'm sure. I'm sure they'll bring something up. Because this guy, the Saudis are putting on a lot of shows and they're putting on a lot of big fights. So they'll probably need some other people to fill in, and that'll be my opportunity. So I just got to stay ready.
Just final one. And you said, you've trained with Ben Whittaker, who's making a lot of noise in the UK. What's your opinion on him? And could we ever see you two in a ring?
Ben, I think he's sick. I think Ben's sick. He's entertaining. I think he's gonna be the next big star. Um, he's really excited. I mean, I see like UK fans are pretty tough. I see that um, they give him like a lot of slack for joking around and stuff like that. Not joking around, but it's just kind of his style. I've been watching him since the amateurs. I've seen he's done a lot of like he's fought pretty similar, but I think he's stepping it up his next fight there. So yeah, I'm excited to see how far he goes, man. I think he's gonna be one of the next big stars in the sport. I talk to him when he comes down here and train in Delray.
Mm.
But yeah, but what fight I really want to see is Joshua Buatsi and Anthony Yard. That'll be a pretty sick fight. I've sparred Buatsi too. He's a hell of a fighter.
Yeah. Did you watch his fight last week?
Yeah, 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 yeah. That kid he fought was pretty tough. Like
Yeah.
he was taking like some big punishment, but he was coming back. Um, yeah, but yeah, Joshua Buatsi, he's a he's a really good fighter, even better person, really nice guy. Ben Whittaker, same with him. Both both really, really good fighters. Ben looks like he's gonna be a star. He's got the following, he's got the personality. Um, and I like the UK boxing scene because you guys have like the best fans. I've always been into the UK boxing scene. I know a few guys from there, Joe Cordina, um, the Yaffe brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a few guys over there. I've trained in the UK before in Birmingham.
Nice. So, are we gonna see you in a UK ring at some point though?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see um what happens. But I my main focus is just to get back in the ring. Period.
Okay. Well, Steve, appreciate your time. You just got out of shot there for a second. Uh, yeah, there you are. And anything you want to add? Tell everyone where to follow you and follow your journey.
At You can follow me on Instagram at Steve Geffrard, Geffrard. That's my username, just Steve Geffrard. You can follow me there.
Brilliant. Well, when you have some fight news and stuff, be great to get you back on the channel, and we hope to see you in some big fights soon. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks.